the record button here. So welcome everybody. My name is Sarah Fisher and I run a company called Blue Lotus Films, and we are based in the San Francisco Bay Area, and we make videos, promotional advertising videos for small businesses, entrepreneurs, nonprofits, and artists. And the purpose, as I was saying to Dave a little bit ago, is really just to gather people into this virtual space and to have it be a conversation about the latest in video marketing. And eventually this could become a podcast, but this Blab is just a great, kind of testing ground and a great way for people from all over the world to talk about their experience in video production and video marketing. And these are two distinctly different fields, but I think that people that are into video production, like myself, we're equally interested in video marketing because we want to know how not only to distribute our own work, but our clients' work as well. So we have to keep up, not just on the creative side and producing in the latest cameras and the latest technology. We also now have a big job of keeping up with all the advances in video marketing. And I think what really prompted me in starting this Blab, after I had really been introduced to Blab, I was having this kind of aha that, there's so much happening in the video marketing space, with Periscope and Meerkat and the new app called Beam, and now Blab, not to mention, many, many others, but those are the main ones, that it would be great, just to hear from other people how you're using the platform, what power users you're actually following, and, what are some best practices, as well as, just keeping up with the latest news, because we all know everything in social media changes so quickly. So I wanted to just point out a few pieces of news that I have come across, and I apologize if, I have to pause at any moment because I normally wear reading glasses, but I'm not feeling comfortable right now, quite honestly, wearing them because, I don't know, I just feel odd. But last week when we did the Blab, I came away with a big headache. So I'm trying to avoid that, and I may need to put on the glasses. So the news that I think is most intriguing this week is the Medium article that came out by Hank Green, who is one of the most powerful influencers on YouTube. Very, very popular, has been on YouTube for, since the beginning, and has millions of followers. And he came out with this article in Medium basically slamming Facebook and saying Facebook is lying and cheating, and they need to really amp up their practices so that, they can be an honest company in terms of video distribution. And so this really got attention, and I can actually just paste it in case you guys haven't seen it yet. But he lays out all of the real faults with Facebook and Facebook video distribution. And some of the main points that he had in there are that Facebook is inaccurately counting views. So when you go to YouTube, they have a very, systematic way of calculating the analytics of the videos because they've integrated, a really robust monetization system, right? Mm-hmm. So with Facebook, what has happened is they are saying that a view is within 3 seconds of someone coming across the video. On YouTube, it's 30 seconds. So that's, maybe a more accurate measure, right? Yeah. And he also points out the problem is, it's when people have the audio turned off. 3 seconds, and they might actually fall off. There's no retention, but they still count those 3 seconds as a view on the video. In addition to that, he says one of the biggest problems that he plainly says pisses him off is that they do not have a content ID system. And there are rumors that Facebook is definitely going to implement the content ID system. And for those who aren't familiar, I'm sure most of you are, but content ID is just a way to keep track of copyright violations. And so right now what's happening is there is a lot of theft of YouTube videos, and really, shockingly, actually 75% of the top 1,000 Facebook videos have actually been stolen from Facebook creators.
Wow.
So so you can see why this is like a big deal to someone who's been on YouTube for a really long time. And, he points out that, there's no way to stop this because there is no content ID system. And he says that, Facebook really has no excuse because they're such a big company. And YouTube, when it started out, actually was like the small, scrappy startup. And eventually, when they got acquired by Google, they did come up with, what is now an amazing content ID system that allows for revenue sharing. So I'm really curious what people think of this. I'll just add that there was another article that came out that really prompted me to pay attention to this issue because, on one hand, Facebook, YouTube, there's a lot of talk about which one is more valuable and, which one should you be distributing your video. But what got my attention was after Hank Green published his Medium article, it got the attention of CNBC. And CNBC decides to interview Jason Calacanis, who is well known in Silicon Valley and Silicon Alley, the New York startup scene. And he's also a talking head on CNBC. And Calacanis talks about, how it's this big dogfight between Facebook and YouTube. And right there, of course, you can say, wait a second, is this being blown out of proportion? This is like a very, big media kind of presentation of what are the real issues. And so without blabbing on too long, I did want to mention that article and have you guys check that out because this, kind of blowing things out of proportion, yes, there are some really valid points that Hank Green makes, but the way that CNBC and Jason Calacanis, who is a huge influencer in the media world, they're framing it as if it's a dogfight, like a fighting match, when in reality, I think most people using YouTube, the majority of people using YouTube are not monetizing and they just want to distribute their videos. So it's a really positive thing that Facebook has opened up video so widely and is really bumping it up. And in fact, I always advise all of my clients, you should be on YouTube and Facebook. And when you get to the point where you need to worry about monetization, that's when you can start choosing one or the other. So of course, it's a valid issue for the power players on YouTube. They want to make sure they're going to continue to get paid and monetize. But I wonder, what do you guys think about this issue being framed as Facebook versus YouTube?
Oh gosh, that's a hard question.
Okay.
Because I personally, I do not use Facebook.
No, you don't use it at all?
No. Even from day one, I've always used Twitter, and with this the Periscope being new and this blab. It's just social media has grown so much.
Okay, so it sounds like you see lots of other options out there. So
Yeah.
it sounds like it's not just about whether or not you're on Facebook. There's other ways to distribute your media, or
Yeah.
distribute your message.
And you're right, about the theft. There's a lot of people that try to put it in a perspective. Gosh. I'm right now. I'm very nervous right now. I've just been broadcasting. Put me on the spot.
Virtual coffee shop. We're just chatting.
Yeah. Speaking of, I should have got my coffee.
Oh yeah, you're in Seattle, of course.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, anyone
Starbucks.
else is welcome to jump in. Don't be shy. I know I just threw out a whole bunch of information. And it's definitely worthwhile to read those 2 articles. Did the CNBC one get into the chat? Let me go ahead and paste that. Because I personally don't think it is, just a kind of black and white issue, right?
Yeah.
And that's how the media always tries to portray it, traditional media. So when I saw that headline, like Facebook versus YouTube, a dog fight, I just said, what?
Yeah,
What?
the news media just tears everything up.
Yeah. Yep.
So
Wayne, would you like to jump in and share your thoughts and opinions? So, yeah, I mean, Facebook, it sounds like they have a content ID system in the works, and that's going to make a lot of the influencers on YouTube happy, but it will be interesting, just looking at the perspective of monetization and, where the big players are going to be going. I think it's going to be interesting once they are able to monetize on Facebook, if they're going to have exclusivity. So, just like a traditional television network, if you sign up with Showtime, your show is not going to be on HBO. So that, from my understanding, is what they are looking at doing. And, it makes sense. But in the meantime, lots of people can just be playing it out on both and really making traction, just like you can be on Periscope and Meerkat. You can be on both. Why not?
Yeah. Oh, God.
I know. It's a lot to think about. The big players and small players need to go on all platforms. If one falls out, you are still out. Yeah. And I think you can have even the same content. You want to look at what's working natively for that platform, but there isn't right now a big difference between how you distribute your message on Meerkat versus Periscope, for instance. So with video content, I think it's very easy just to distribute to multiple networks and, still have the same content. And that can, really get you a lot of traction.
Yeah. Also, I notice on Facebook, I've been hearing throughout, through news media, through Facebook, you have to use it wisely because, like, if work is, say, like, your boss sees you talking about work in a wrong way, and the boss sees that, you can get fired for that content. And that's why I do not do Facebook. It causes way too much drama.
Okay, okay. So, what is it that interests you about Periscope as opposed to like, uploading short videos on Facebook? Because like even if you don't use Facebook for personal, right, there
Hmm.
still is value in using it for business.
Yeah, there's always drawback. There's always pros and cons for Periscope. Periscope basically, um, you're basically sharing your content. Um, Also, there's on Periscope, there's a location um, setting, and that's always a dangerous thing because you got people around the world can zoom in where you're at and go right to your house or where
Mm-hmm.
you're at, and that's always I always turn off my location button when I
Okay.
and I heard some people had that had that situation where a person followed them all the way to the found
Ah,
where their
okay.
house is, and it was a bad experience for that person.
Interesting. Yeah.
And
Okay. So you feel
uh,
more of a privacy, you feel safer using Periscope, it sounds like.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
And then also it seems it's a little more I'm trying to think of the word. It's just it's in the moment, right? So
more
mhm.
friendlier
Okay.
atmosphere. Um, there's always some people that are bad and stuff like that where you can actually block them
Yeah.
in your broadcast. And I made so many friends throughout the
Oh yeah?
world. Uh, yeah. There was one that is from the
Cool.
Philippines, and a lot of them are up in Canada, down in the
Hmm.
States, England, Spain,
That's amazing.
just
That's so
different
cool.
parts.
Yeah.
Of course, you got
And
Australia.
what is the content of your periscopes?
Um, Usually, say like I broadcast like sporting events and stuff like that, and I just want to show people um, sort of like my
Okay.
photography. I show people what
Yep.
I do and show
Wow.
them my
Wow.
work. And I've won couple of my artwork I've done with
Uh-huh.
photography. Uh, I've won contests,
Oh
People's
yeah?
Choice Awards. Uh, I've done uh, animals. I've done sports. I've done landscape. Um, for instance, I've done a panoramic picture of Mount Rainier with the Mount Rainier
Uh,
in the background and the lake. It's called Reflection Lake, and um, it's just one of the amazing um, photographs I've done, and now I have to deal with copyright.
and I'm just curious on the
And
Periscope, are you talking about the technical aspects, like going into detail on how the photograph was
yeah,
shot and what camera and lenses you were using? It's like a behind the
yes,
scenes into like some award winning photos that you've done, it sounds like.
yeah,
What a cool
yeah,
idea. Kudos to you. That's awesome. I mean, I've heard, people selling jewelry on Periscope and, just talking about, their art and I mean, awesome. Where else would you be able to do that?
yeah. Um, since I since I we're here right now, since I'm on my iPhone, I'm going to show you that picture I was telling you about right now.
And Lee, I don't know if you saw my message. You're welcome to join in the room. We would love to hear from you.
There's my panoramic.
Oh, wow. Oh, gosh, that's beautiful.
That's on canvas, too.
Wow. Gosh, we just never know who is going to show up on Blab.
Yeah, right.
Today on Blab, and he's like this amazing photographer. You guys follow him on Periscope. It's so cool.
Follow me on Twitter also.
You know, these social media apps, you know, they're free. They're free. This is like a huge shift in power. So, you know, someone like you, Dave, just getting out there and talking to people, and who knows, you could have your next client, someone saying, hey, I want you to come to Malaysia, or I want you to come here for this, you know, world championship sporting event or something. So
yeah. And another thing is Periscope is, you know, a community where there's people, there's all the different broadcasters, they gather up and meet up in one place. And just the technology, so many people you can meet. And I'm trying to gather a bunch of people in the Northwest for this meetup in Seattle. And right now, it's in the works. Me, another girl, and I, she's from Portland, and we're just going to try to see if we can bring up a whole bunch of people.
Cool.
We're trying to do Oregon, Washington, Idaho.
Oh my gosh.
British Columbia, Canada, and Alaska.
Cool, cool.
The whole Northwest area.
Okay.
And
great.
It's going to be a challenge, but we're going to try it.
Yeah, why not? You know? Why not? And I heard Lee just mentioned, I had heard that also there's going to be a like pretty big summit in New York, and other ones,
and there's
I think in the Bay Area, and
there's going to be one in the Bay Area.
And maybe you can reach out, just a suggestion, you know, talking to that guy, I think his name is Ryan Bell, and talk to him about, you know, how he's organizing it, and, you know, kind of share some tips or something. Hey, welcome, Alan.
Hey, Alan.
Welcome. Where are you calling in from? Where do you live?
Oh, I'm here in Los Angeles, California.
In the Northern California, or?
No, in LA.
In LA. Cool. All right. Awesome.
You're in San Francisco, huh?
Yeah, the Bay Area. I'm in Vallejo.
Oh,
yep.
Cool. Yeah, I was thinking about the YouTube monetization stuff.
Okay. Yeah.
It's pretty interesting. So, how much do they pay the monetization on YouTube?
It's just based on the number of ads that run on their videos. So, you know, they have to have a large number of viewers. And I imagine, you know, just like most ad networks, it's based on the number of viewers they anticipate are going to be seeing a video. That's, you know, the bid for the ad. And then, you know, they have the actual numbers of how many people actually watch the ad.
Okay.
So, but from what I understand, there are lots of people, you know, making a living from YouTube. So
sounds pretty interesting. Have you heard about Sue?
Sorry?
Have you heard about TSU? Sue?
No. Oh, yes, I have. That's the paid social network, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where you get paid for being on the social network.
Yeah, it's actually like for posting your original stuff like music, drawing, or lyrics, or jokes, or, you know, something like.
Oh, okay.
Like, and,
like that? You've been using it for a while, or?
Yeah, I've been using it, and pretty awesome because they are helping charities,
Really?
and that's like like, pretty nice, pretty nice. So people can actually help charities if they would like, and
Oh, wow,
it's
wow.
been pretty awesome. That it's been pretty awesome. Helping is nice. I think.
And do you see a lot of videos on that network as well? It's, how do you spell it again? It's TSU?
Yeah. TSU.
Okay.
Well, actually, let me send you the link.
Cool.
Are you there? Are you on Zoom already or no?
On their website?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Okay. Actually, it's like by invite, and you could like open up a free account with that link, and it's pretty awesome. I mean, it's like a new universe. Everybody appreciates art, music, and your stuff, what you do, what you love doing. For example, I love doing music, and I love drawing. Taking pictures. And I feel like it's different from Facebook and other platforms.
How is it different? Like, what behavior is different on a paid social network like that one?
Yeah, for example, in Facebook, when I post, nobody likes. Everybody's like, another post, whatever.
But it's genuine though on Facebook, right?
Yeah, actually, it's the same thing I post on Zoo. But Zoo is like, oh, let me check all these guys.
Okay.
So they
use the number of people who actually see the post in their feed, where Facebook's gotten so big, you only get a small percentage of the network seeing your post.
And it seems that they appreciate everything. Like, even just like a simple selfie, they're like, oh, wow, man, that's awesome. That's pretty good. It's like, there is a lot of positivity. There is no drama, no negativity. Like, oh man, what is that? Like I've seen that on Facebook, and I don't know. I feel like I don't want to be there anymore. They are kind of like drama people. They don't give feedback, and it's like negativity stuff. So, but over there, it's like it's different. It's like
And how long does it take to actually make decent money on that network?
It depends how many followers you have and how many people see your content.
Okay.
It's not like they will pay you this, that, but definitely they will pay you.
Okay. So Hangout is saying, he's going to be talking about this in an hour. Wow. Okay. So we can all jump over to his blab. That's awesome. We'll just go from one blab to the other. It's like going from one bar to the other, right?
Blab hopping.
I hadn't heard anyone mention Sue. Is that how you say it? Sue?
Yeah, Sue.
I hadn't heard that mentioned in a while. So, you kind of just figured when it came out, there was a lot of hype and, maybe it won't last or, they'll go bankrupt or whatever, but it sounds like people are really using it. And no, it's okay. Hang out. You're welcome to join in. I mean, the main question that gets piqued for me is just in terms of video. Like, I want to jump on there and see, are people engaging with video and how is that working for them? Is it working better than Facebook or, they able to connect with people and distribute your content widely?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So actually we have like a video conference with different people around the world. People who are in Zoom and they get each other to know each other and talk about topics, what's new, and what charities can we help. Can we continue helping? What can we do to improve?
So your focus, it sounds like, is on charities.
Yeah. I mean, making money is good, but giving back is better.
Yeah.
Giving back is better. So that's how I started. In the beginning, I was like, okay, I can make money here, let's do it. But later on, I was like,
I love that.
later on, I was like, okay, I can do something different. Let's help. Let's help. So I started
Why
helping.
not?
I've been helping charities, and it feels good.
Cool, cool.
It's pretty good.
Okay. Well, I just want to mention it is getting towards 6 o'clock, and I'm gonna have to log off right at 6. It's getting very hot
Oh, jeez.
in this apartment. But yeah, I think it would be cool to pop over to Hangout Records chat. Is there anything else you wanted to comment on, Alan, just in regards to the Facebook monetization?
Well, I think that's actually I wanted to share with you all.
Cool.
Nice.
That's it. So,
Yeah. Well, we'll all go check that out. Thank you for the link.
yeah, you're welcome. Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be amazing having you over there.
Yeah, this is so fun. I know. I just love
You two seem like
people, like-minded people, and we can all help each other out. So
yeah, that's exactly. It's about helping others. Like
yeah,
not like only me. That's mine. That's it. It's about helping.
Yeah, definitely. And this is a little off the topic of what we've been discussing, but I always feel with video, a medium like this with Blab, it was just a no-brainer to me. Mm-hmm. It's like, wow, this is something where, it's like a radio station. You can just tune in to, whatever topic interests you. So I was just really interested in seeing what other video geeks are out there and geeking out about all kinds of video-related topics. So.
Yeah, I'm new here. I'm new in Twitter. I just opened up my Twitter and I'm new. How do you call it? Blab? Yeah, Blab.
Uh-huh.
And it seems pretty good. I like
Is this your first time on Blab, Alan?
Actually, the first time in Twitter.
Oh my gosh! Wow.
Yeah.
You're just all about Sue. You're not even on Twitter.
Yeah, I'm not in Twitter, but I got one.
Cool.
Yeah, I definitely will have to check that out.
Yeah, check it out.
Yeah, let's check it out.
And I love it. It's like a whole new universe, like another family, positive stuff. I'm helping.
Very cool. Very cool. Well, everyone who just came in, just want to thank you for coming. We are going to have a replay of this. We've just been blabbing and blabbing about Facebook versus YouTube. That's been a big topic this week. And the idea is to have these blabs regularly, talking about video marketing and video trends. I am going to upload it to my YouTube channel, so when it comes down off of Blab, people can still continue to engage. So we are going to end for today, but I hope you guys come back. I intend to keep doing this on Sundays at 5 Pacific time, and might try out some other times as well.
Ooh.
So very nice to meet you guys.
You
Dave
too.
and Alan, thanks for joining. And I hope we cross paths again.
One thing, Sarah, do you have Twitter?
Yeah, on the window here. So when you click on the name,
like mine is D Drake 0023.
Yep, and mine's at Blue Lotus Films. So that's my Twitter handle. So yeah, I'll follow you guys. Awesome. Well, thank you so much, and have a great night. I'll see you soon. Bye.